on him. Roger that, got him. Stand on him. Because you think they start hauling ass.
Yo, what is up? This is iGuru back with a new video. Today we are top tier light tank in Redshire, and immediately I ping the map to let the team know where I'm going to get the early spot in my 1357 GF. Now this tank is a special Grand Finals tank that you can buy a long time ago when the first WGL Grand Finals came out. My loadout on this tank is vertical stabilizer, vents, optics, food. I have a 5 skill crew with BIA, full camouflage, and gun handling skills. Now this tank is, oh, I'm spotted there. I need to back off, hide behind the rock just in case anybody shoots me. Obviously it's going to be one of the light tanks that spotted me. It's probably the enemy T-71 on the team, and he's probably hiding right there in the bush stationary. Now this is a bit of a weird matchmaker because this is a 3-5-7 matchmaking, and I'm the top tier, and the top tier in both the teams are 1 light tank, 1 tank destroyer, and 1 artillery. So this is a kind of a weird setup for either of us, for both of us. And my idea was to come out to the 9-0 line, try and spot out some shit, and try to overwhelm them with the numbers. But as you can see, as soon as I got to this bush earlier on, I was spotted out by the T-71, which leads me to think that it might not be very wise to get myself damaged or lose any HP over on this side so early in the game. I need to survive long enough. As you can see, this heavy tank went balls deep and paid the price for it. He didn't even see the guy that shot him, so it was probably the T-71 that spotted him out, and the Dicker Max that killed him. And right over on the west side there are only 4 tanks there, 2 in the middle and 2 right on the castle on the west side. I noticed that and I immediately drive over to the other side because I know we are outnumbered there, and even before I can get there, both of them are already dead. And just 1 minute into the game, 2 minutes into the game, we are already down 3 tanks. A little bit about my AMX 1357. It is an ambush tank. A tank where you need to make use of your concealment and your mobility to overcome the enemy. It only has 890 hit points. It has no armor to speak of, only 50 from the front, 20 on the side, 15 in the back. Turret armor is like 40 in front, 20 in the sides and back. But however, it has great concealment, second only to the Soviet LTG. And with the loadout that I have on my tank right now, it has 491 view range, which is probably one of the best in tier 7. Now this gun does about 90 damage per shot. It has horrible penetration of 143 on AP, and but it's not bad in APCR 191 if I'm not mistaken. And it has 0.33 dispersion at 100 meters. It has 8 shells in a clip, and it fires every second, which means this gun actually reloads quicker than it can aim, because the aiming time is 2.02 seconds with all my bells and whistles loaded out. This tank is not a very good sniper tank, and it only does 90 damage per shot. The ideal situation for this tank is to drive up close to the enemy and unload all 8 shells on them all in one go. At the moment we are still down 4 tanks, and at one point we were down 5. Now I've got to risk it for the biscuit here, try to move up and spot whatever I can, whether I have support or not, because I am top tier. I don't have much of a choice. If I don't make a play, no one else will. The dangerous tanks on the enemy team are still that Dicker Max, that T-71. So we need to find them and try to destroy them. Now right now I'm spotting these guys, and I'm shooting them without myself being spotted. Now you can see how unreliable that gun is, because it can reload quicker than it can aim. You tend to shoot without being fully aimed at your target, which means you're going to miss a lot of your shots if you're shooting at a distance. So now I'm closing in using the bushes to try and spot out these tier 5 and 6 tanks. I've got the side of him, which means it's easy penetration for me. I can just use my normal AP shells, but I'm quickly running out of them, and which means I'm going to be heading out to my APCR shells in my next clip. And the good thing about this autoloader is it only reloads with the current crew that I have. It only loads in 14.39 seconds. It's like 14.5 seconds to load an 8 drum magazine. It's pretty good. Now that we've closed up the match to 5 kills versus 6 kills, we've got to push the advantage right now. They've still got 2 pesky T-67s, which are very annoying tanks in tier 5s. Those tier 5 tank destroyers are very sneaky, and their top tiers are still alive and doing all the work. The Dicker, the T-71 and the GW Panther, between the 3 of them, they've picked up 3 kills. They're doing the bulk of the work for their team, and so we must not take that team for granted. We have to make sure we are doing right work there. I've spotted the tank destroyer here, the ST Emil. We've got to try and quickly take him out because that is a very dangerous tank. I'm going to keep pushing and see if I can get an angle on that Emil. While I'm doing that, I'll reload, and I've spotted their artillery. Now I haven't got lit, which means I'm not spotted, so I'm safe here. I'm gonna get reloaded and try and get an angle on that Emil, because that Emil is a little bit more dangerous than the GWE, the artillery piece. So let me just finish him off. Well done there. Now let's reload again and go hunt down the artillery. That's it, I've spotted him and someone else has shot him. So I'm gonna get reloaded and close the distance and try and finish them off. Well, it looks like after those 2 tanks have been destroyed, we've finally edged ahead. And so what we need to do now is make sure we finish off this game cleanly and try not to throw this game away. Now obviously they had an immense 5 tank lead early in the game, but they managed to throw. I don't want to repeat the same mistake as them, so what I'm going to do is make sure we do this safely. So what I'm going to do is try to spot them from here using this bush, and it looks like one of their T-67s has just been killed, which is one less pesky tank to deal with. Those T-67s are not easy to deal with, to be honest with you. You might be able to kill them easily, but they can do some serious damage to you as well before they go down. And right now I have a loaded clip. I'm going to close the distance and see if I can poke over the ridge and spot the enemy team. I suspect the entire enemy team is going to be camping on the 9-0 line somewhere there, so let me just slowly sneak up safely and see what I can find. And looks like it's the artillery piece. I destroy him, use 2 of my shells. I see the T-71 there. I'm going to reload, drive around here, take 15 seconds to kill some time. I want to rush into that T-71, but I want to do it with a full clip because I need to have a contingency plan in case I bounce a few shots. I'm going to take 2 shots for this YOLO rush, but it is well worth it. I can clip him out a lot faster than he can 3 or 4 shot me. So I finish him off there, reload my drum and push on, try to close down the distance. Just like that, I'm already on 5 kills and just past 2000 damage. And over, I don't know how much is that, 1500 spotting damage, I guess. And I still have more than half my HP left, which means if I can locate the last remaining T-67, I could just rush him and finish him off. Maybe get shot once or twice, that's still okay. But I gotta find him first. There he is, he was right there all this while. Oops, I'm spotted as well. He's taken a big hit, so he's gonna back off. Okay, I need to close the distance. He's decided not to peek anymore. He's fallen back. So I'm just gonna rush in. Maybe I'll take a hit or 2 but I'm going to finish him off and take the top gun along with it. I auto aim here, I think, and I finish him off. GG. So that was a really good game for me. Again, I got a top gun, ace tanker. I even have the patrol duty thing. Looks like I got 2,149 damage, 6 kills, 1,278 base XP. I managed to eke out a 3,400 credit profit there. You normally don't make any profit in this tank, but fortunately I was shooting mostly AP until I ran out of AP and then shot APCR, so my bill wasn't that high. But normally in this tank you don't make any credits because you're shooting a lot of premium ammunition in this tank, especially if you're facing tier 9s. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more like it, give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me a boost, and thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.